Good morning. So, dual nature of light. Okay. It is dual nature of light. So, initially, it was believed that light have particle nature. Okay, initially, it was believed that light have particle nature. Okay, according to Newton, and this particle nature of light explained certain experimental phenomena like reflection of light, refraction of light, and casting of shadows. Okay. So initially it was believed that light is of particle nature, and particle nature of light explained certain experimental phenomenon. Certain phenomenon, it is explained by particle nature of light. Refraction of light, it is also explained by particle nature of light. Casting of shadows is also okay due to particle nature of light, but it failed to explain certain phenomenon like interference of light, diffraction of light, polarization of light. Getting this? So initially it was believed that particle nature, okay, but particle nature of light could not explain interference of light, diffraction of light, and polarization of light. Then a scientist came, Huygens. Okay, a scientist came. He was Huygens, and he proposed wave theory of light. He proposed wave theory of light. Getting that? Okay. So later on, a scientist named as Huygens, okay, came into light, and he proposed wave theory of light. And this wave theory of light, okay, could explain interference of light, diffraction of light, polarization of light. Okay. Then later on, one more scientist, okay, came, and he was Maxwell. He was Maxwell, and Maxwell introduced a new concept, that is light is of dual nature. Okay, Maxwell told light is of dual nature, that is light is of dual nature, that is it possesses particle nature as well as wave nature. So it is of dual nature. Okay, sometimes it acts like particle, and sometimes it shows wave nature. So it is of dual nature. Both type of nature is shown by light. Okay. So come to Maxwell's electromagnetic radiations. Now it is electromagnetic. electromagnetic so Maxwell proposed that light is of dual nature, is of dual nature, and radiant other than light or we will say Maxwell proposed that light is of dual nature, okay, and other radiations, or we will say and radiations, okay, are also of dual nature. Getting light is of dual nature, okay, and there are some other radiations also, okay, and these radiations are also of dual nature, okay. Then other radiations, okay, or we will say radiations which have electric field and magnetic field components which are mutually perpendicular to each other, or which are perpendicular to each other, are known as electromagnetic radiations. Electromagnetic radiations. Or waves. Getting this? Maxwell proposed that light is of dual nature, means of particle nature as well as wave nature, and also radiations like electromagnetic radiations. Okay, what is electromagnetic radiation? Electromagnetic radiations have electric field and magnetic field components. Electromagnetic radiations have both electric field as well as magnetic field present, and these two are perpendicular to each other. Okay, we will discuss this in more detail after. Okay, so these electromagnetic radiations are also of dual nature. Okay, so before discussing electromagnetic radiation in much more detail, okay, briefly we are going to discuss about waves. Okay, wave motion. Okay, so write wave motion. So that we will understand the topic. In more depth. Okay, so it is wave motion. So at first we are going to define a wave. What is wave? A wave is a disturbance. A wave is a disturbance caused by some vibrating source, caused by some vibrating source a wave is a disturbance caused by some vibrating source which travels in form of sequence of consecutive series of crests and troughs. Series of crests and troughs. Okay. So at first we will try to understand this. What is wave? In class 9 physics you have already discussed these things. Okay. So what is wave? Wave is a disturbance. Wave is simply a disturbance. Wave is a disturbance. How? Very famous example I am going to share with you. Okay. Say it is a pond. It is a pond. And initially the water is still. Okay, it is having still water. So when you will throw a stone, into this water, into this still water, then you will come to see, okay, a wave will originate like this, okay, and it will spread out. It will spread out like this. Have you seen? This is what? This is wave, and this is a type of transverse wave. Okay. When you throw a stone in still water, then the wave produced in the water is example of transverse wave. Okay. Waves are of two types. Okay, longitudinal wave and transverse wave. Okay. Then these are different type of wave. Okay, but just I have to give you basics of wave so that you can understand wave length, wave number, and so many things. Okay, that's why I am going to tell you this example. Okay, so this is a form of wave. Now come to definition of wave. What is wave? Wave is a disturbance. Wave is a disturbance. Initially water was still. Okay, it was still water, and you thrown a stone into it, means that thrown is causing disturbance. That thrown is causing disturbance in the water. So wave is a disturbance caused by some vibrating source. When you thrown the stone is vibrating. Okay, so a wave is a disturbance caused by some vibrating source which travels. Okay, travels. I told you this is traveling. Initially it is shorter, then its size go on increasing. So which travels in form of sequence of consecutive series of crests and troughs. I am going to tell you what is crest and trough. Okay. One more example. Say it is a wall. Okay. And one thread is tied tightly between this wall. This is a thread. Okay. And suppose you are simply holding this wave and push it back and then leave it. Then you will come to see it sets into motion like this. Okay. So this is what? This is a wave. And this type of wave is longitudinal wave. Getting this? So again, you have caused the disturbance. Into it. So what is wave? Wave is simply a disturbance. Wave is a simply disturbance caused by some vibrating source. Okay, so this is wave. Now come to characteristic of a wave. Now come to characteristics of a wave. Characteristics of a wave. Okay. So wave is characterized by wavelength, okay, then wave velocity, or say at first frequency, then wave velocity, then amplitude, then wave number. Getting this? So characteristics of a wave. A wave is characterized by these 5 things: wavelength, frequency, wave velocity, amplitude, and wave number. Okay, we will be discussing these 5 characteristics one by one. Okay, so at first we are going to discuss wavelength. So simply I am going to draw one wave. Okay, not looking good. Okay. This is a wave, and this type of wave is called as sinusoidal wave. This is called as sinusoidal wave. Why this is called as sinusoidal wave? In class 11th, in trigonometric function, okay, you have studied graph of sine waves. Graph of sine wave, graph of sine. Okay, trigonometric function. One of the trigonometric function is sine. Okay, sine theta, cos theta. Okay, so that time you have studied, okay, graph of sine trigonometric function is plotted in this way. Okay, this is 0, pi by 2. Okay, 0, pi, 2 pi. Here it is pi by 2. Here it is 3 pi by 2. And this graph resembles the graph of sine. That's why it is known as sinusoidal wave. Okay, wave can be square wave. It can be like this. Wave can be like this. Okay, wave can be triangular. Getting this? So for our convenience, we used to discuss sinusoidal wave. Okay, so this is a sinusoidal wave, and this is known as crest. This is known as crest. This is crest. This Okay, this is known as trough. Trough. So these two, okay, these two are trough, which is uh, placed downward, and which is placed upward is crust. Is crust. Sorry, crest, not crust. Crest. C-R-E-S-T. Crest. Okay. So these are crest. These are troughs. Okay. Now, what is wavelength? Wavelength is the distance between two consecutive crests or two consecutive troughs. This one is one crest, this one is second crest. So distance between these two crests, is called as wavelength. Okay, and it is denoted by a symbol called lambda. Lambda. Okay, or we can say distance between two consecutive troughs. This one is a trough, this one is trough. So distance between these two troughs, okay, it is also called as wavelength. Okay. So what is wavelength? We will say wavelength is simply the distance between two consecutive troughs or two consecutive crests. So defined it. The wavelength is defined as the distance between two consecutive crests or two consecutive troughs. Getting this? Very simple. What is wavelength? Wavelength is the distance between two consecutive crests or consecutive troughs. It is denoted by lambda. Lambda. Okay. And its unit is actually most of the time we used to write it in angstrom. In angstrom. Okay. 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power minus 10 centimeter. Sorry, 10 to the power minus 10 meter or 10 to the power minus 8 centimeter. Okay. So lambda or wavelength is measured in terms of angstrom, and 1 angstrom is 10 to the power minus 10 meter or 10 to the power minus 8 centimeter. Okay. Now come to second characteristics of wave, that is frequency. I am going to rub it. Okay. That is frequency. And frequency is defined as, it is noted as mu. Okay. Nu and u. Okay, read as nu and u. Okay. So frequency is defined as, the number of waves passing through the number of waves passing through a given point in 1 second is called frequency. Okay, it's called frequency. What is frequency? It is defined as the number of waves. How many waves? The number of waves passing through a given point. In 1 second. Okay. For example, say this one is a point A. Okay. And say if in 1 second 3 waves are passing through this point A in 1 second. Through this point A in 1 second, say 3 waves are passing. What is one wave? One wave is a crest and a trough. Getting this now? What is one wave? One wave consists of a crest and a trough. So if it is said 3 waves passes a point A in 1 second, it means what? It means 1, 2 and 3. Okay, these 3 waves. This is one wave, then second wave, then third wave. First, second, third. So we will say 3 waves are passing through this point A in 1 second. Okay, and it will be its frequency. So very simple. What is frequency? Frequency is, it is defined as the number of waves passing through a given point in 1 second, called as frequency. Its unit is cycle per second. Cycle per second. That is second inverse or hertz. So mainly unit of frequency is written as hertz, Hz. Okay, it is second inverse or cycle per second or simply hertz. Okay, and one wave means a crest and a trough. So don't get confused. One wave means a crest and a trough, both. Okay. Now come to third characteristics of a wave. That is wave velocity. It is wave velocity. Okay. So third point is wave velocity. What is wave velocity? Wave velocity is simply, it is defined as the distance traveled by a wave, in 1 second. Very simple. What is velocity? Velocity is distance upon time. Okay, actually velocity is displacement upon time. Okay, but I am simply saying it. Velocity is distance upon time. So what is wave velocity? Wave velocity is the velocity of the wave, and it is defined as the distance traveled by a wave in 1 second. Okay. Now come to amplitude. What is amplitude of a wave? Okay. amplitude of a wave is simply, look here, the height of the crest. This, the height of the crest or the depth of the trough. This one is what? This is showing depth of the trough. And it is called as amplitude. In the same way, this is showing height of the crest, height of the crest, and height of the crest is the amplitude, or we will say it is the amplitude of this wave. Getting this now? So we will say what is amplitude? Amplitude of a wave. Amplitude of a wave is defined as the height of a crest, the height of a crest, or the depth of a crest, or the depth of, a trough, the depth of a trough. Very simple na? Okay. So this is the amplitude, or this is the amplitude. Now come to wave number. Fifth characteristic is wave number. And wave number is denoted by okay, wave number is denoted by nu bar. It is read as nu bar. Okay. So wave number is defined as, the number of waves, per centimeter, the number of waves per centimeter. Getting this now? Very simple. What is wave number? Wave number is defined as the number of waves. How many waves? The number of waves. How many waves are present in 1 centimeter per centimeter? This is called as wave number. And it is given by given by 1 by lambda, reciprocal of lambda, reciprocal of wavelength. Lambda is wavelength in centimeter. Here wavelength is used in centimeter. Getting this? So we will say wave number means nu bar is equal to 1 by wavelength. or we will say it is equal to 1 by lambda. So in short, in a precise way, we can say nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda. Okay, nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda. Very good. Now I am going to derive some relations. Okay, so I have to rub this. So it is relation between frequency wavelength and wave number. Getting this? So this is the relation between frequency. What is frequency? It is nu, wavelength, lambda, and wave number, nu bar. Okay. So I am going to derive the relation. Okay, and the relation is very simple. It is C is equal to lambda into mu. Okay, C is equal to lambda into mu. Okay, getting this? So from this we can say this nu is equal to C by lambda. Okay, and we know nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda. Wave number, just we have derived this. Okay, nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda. So we can say is equal to C into 1 by lambda, or this is equal to C into, in place of 1 by lambda we can write nu bar, so it will be nu bar. Okay, so this is the relation between frequency nu, wavelength lambda, and wave number nu bar, where C is the speed of light. C is speed of light. Okay, now come to electromagnetic radiation. Okay, that time we simply I told about electromagnetic radiation, and I told you I will discuss it in later phase. Okay, so this is the time to discuss electromagnetic radiation. So put heading electromagnetic radiation. And I told you what is electromagnetic radiation. In electromagnetic radiation there are two components present. One component is electric field and the other component is magnetic field. So I am going to define it again. Electromagnetic radiation. Or we can say electromagnetic waves. Both are okay. Okay. We can say electromagnetic radiation or we can say electromagnetic wave. Okay. So what is electromagnetic radiation? the type of radiation, which consists of two components, which consists of, okay, two components, that is electric field and magnetic field, electric field and magnetic field, which are perpendicular to each other, which are perpendicular to each other, and these two are perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the wave, to the direction of propagation of the wave. Getting confused? Come to the definition. The type of radiation which consists of two components, that is electric field and magnetic field. Name is electromagnetic radiation. Electromagnetic radiation. Okay, in its name itself you can see electro means electric field. Okay, and magnetic means magnetic field. So it is having two components, electric field and magnetic field. Okay, and the type of radiation, or we can say the type of wave, which consists of two components, that is electric field and magnetic field, which are perpendicular to each other. Both of these two components are perpendicular to each other, and not only this, these two, okay, these two, that is electric field and magnetic field, which are perpendicular to each other, are also perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the radiation of wave. What does this mean? You know, there are three axes, okay, x, y, z. Okay, so say I am going to draw x axis, y axis and z axis. Okay, so say this one is x axis, this one is y axis, and one axis is perpendicular to these two axes, okay, mutually perpendicular to these two axes, okay, that I am going to draw with dotted lines. Okay, say this is z axis. Okay, very good. Now if you are taking electric field, okay, if you are taking electric field on z axis, and magnetic field on x axis, you are free to select the axes. Okay, electric field on z axis, magnetic field on y axis. Then this y axis is showing the direction of propagation of the wave. This is direction of propagation of wave. So from this you can say three axes are there, and you know all these three axes are mutually perpendicular. Say this is x axis, say this is y axis. So both of these are perpendicular to each other. You know this, huh? Okay. And one z axis is there, which is perpendicular to both of these. Means here all of the three axes are mutually perpendicular to x axis. Here all of the three axes are mutually perpendicular to each other. So if we are going to place on the y axis, on the x axis, if we are keeping magnetic field, and if on this z axis field, then this y-axis, okay, this y-axis is showing the direction of propagation of the wave. Wave is propagating like this in the direction of y. Say this is blue, blue is y, red is z, and black is x. All these are perpendicular to each other, okay, and wave is propagating like this. So direction of propagation is given by this blue marker, okay, and you can see all of these three are mutually perpendicular to each other. So this is electromagnetic radiation, okay. One important thing is the two components that is electric field and magnetic field have same wavelength and frequency. This is important, okay. The two components of electric field here, okay, that is electric field and magnetic field, have same wavelength and frequency, okay. Now come to properties of electromagnetic radiation. This is electromagnetic radiation, okay, hope you have understood, okay. Now come to properties of electromagnetic radiation. So it is properties of electromagnetic radiation. First property of electromagnetic radiation is electric field, magnetic field, and the direction of propagation are mutually perpendicular to each other. Getting this? Okay. Second property is electromagnetic radiation travels with the speed of light. Getting this? Electromagnetic radiations travels with the speed of light, and you know speed of light, okay, speed of light, it is c, and approximately we say it is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, okay, 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Okay, now third property is electromagnetic radiations do not require any material medium for its propagation. Getting this? Any electromagnetic radiation, okay, do not require material medium, its material medium for its propagation. For example, when it comes to definition of light, then light is defined as the electromagnetic radiation, okay, which do not require any material medium for its propagation. Means light can travel through vacuum, light can travel through air, you know na. Means light do not require any material medium, okay, for its propagation. For example, sound is a wave, okay, a type of longitudinal wave, but sound requires material medium, okay. If medium is present, then only sound can travel. Getting this now? Very basic thing, okay. So there are some waves which require medium for its propagation, and there are some waves which do not require material medium for its propagation. For example, sound wave require, okay, medium for its propagation. If there is air, then you can hear me, okay, or anyone is audible. And when it is vacuum, then nobody can hear any other. Getting this now? Means we say sound is a wave which require medium for its propagation, while light is an electromagnetic wave which do not require any material medium for its propagation, okay. So this is electromagnetic radiation, and in next video, in next class, we will be discussing electromagnetic spectrum, okay, and then we will be solving some numericals, okay. Thank you.